Hello, and welcome to Kloeker Education Foundation, where we provide quality content for amazing teachers and students. If you're joining us from our previous video on productivity, welcome back. If this is your first time, we're glad you're here. This is our Intro to Business series, and this lesson is on business activities. Let's dive in. We have two objectives in this lesson: to discuss the type of business activities and explain how business activities are interrelated. Now, for the types of business activities, you might be thinking, so what? Why is this important? Every business must accomplish certain things. Otherwise, no one would have a job. Whether it is providing a good or a service to the consumer, they must achieve those to maintain a profit and stay in business. So, turn and talk to a partner. What are some things that a business must accomplish in order to be successful? Don't be generic. Give some examples if you currently work. Now, business goals to produce and or distribute goods and services may be for profit, or as we learned in previous lessons, it may be a nonprofit organization. Primary business activities include financial analysis, human resource management, information management, marketing, operations, and strategic management. Financial analysis looks like the process of planning, maintaining, monitoring, controlling, and reporting the use of financial resources, such as money. Financial analysis gets financing from venture capital, debt, and equity. Businesses rely on this solid accounting. Human resources management, the process of planning, staffing, leading, and organizing employees, make businesses a fair and inviting place to work, balancing potential, abilities, skill, talent, know-how, and workers' attitude. Information management, the process of accessing, processing, maintaining, evaluating, and disseminating business knowledge, data, or facts to the workers in the business and to the consumers, must balance things like content management, of course, search engine optimization, business intelligence, and collaboration. Businesses must have a system for this, identifying necessary information, determining how information should be presented, viewed, and accessed, and providing appropriate access to that information. Marketing, the process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Activities in marketing include attention to product, price, promotion, and place. Operations, these are of course the day-to-day activities required for the continued business to function, and include production, quality control, purchasing, and inventory management. And lastly, strategic management, the process of planning, controlling, and organizing an organization or department, and it involves activities such as creating the mission and vision of the business, determining goals for the business, and selecting strategies to support the goals of the business. And now to explain how business activities are interrelated. If one business activity changes, that impacts all other activities and they must adjust to the change. For example, a finance shortage may mean human resource cutbacks, such as layoffs. Special situations require special adjustments, such as the merger between two companies, the outsourcing of jobs, such as manufacturing, the transition to virtual services and the use of AI, now let's take this lesson and apply it to a situation which we may be familiar with. Think about your school's business activities and how it affects your education. Think about your school's financial management and budgeting. How does that impact your education? What could be done to improve? Think about your school's human resource and staffing. How does that impact your education? What could be done to improve? Operations and facilities management. How would that impact your education? Also consider you may be in extracurricular activities such as fine arts or athletics. And think about the student services and community engagement from your school. How does that impact your education? What can be done to improve and make it better? Now let's apply these ideas and this information to a situation so we can continue to build strong ethics and character in business through the gray zone. Now, the topic of offshoring. Very often, companies will send jobs overseas or send resources overseas to avoid loopholes or high costs, such as offshoring manufacturing jobs in a developing country or offshoring their financials. Very common we see the Cayman Islands because of the lack of financial structure. Is it ethical to offshore? How does this impact the consumer versus the business? What other instances of offshoring can you think about? Has it impacted your community? That wraps up our lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out for more content on Teachers Pay Teachers, YouTube, Rumble, and the Kloeker Education Foundation website. Our next unit on business and society is just a click away. I'll see you there.